Hello, welcome to today's stream with me, your unorganized, chaotic human, Brittany. Today my dog got a haircut, and I went to the bank with my boyfriend because we're talking about adult things. It's been a good day. It's been a good day if you ask me. My lights are wigging out because I didn't change the settings. I did not check, like I said, I did not check to see if I was ready to do anything today. Hi, Micah. How are you today? You're sick. Oh yes, I did see that in Jake's Discord. How are you feeling? I don't really have much to say. I don't have a cute little keychain to open. I didn't go to the store today. So, I don't know, guys. My brain. You know what I did do? Okay, so I was trying to be like, look at me. I can be a content creator. I can't. I cannot. But I was... You had some soup. What kind of soup? What kind of soup do you like when you're sick, Micah? So hi Whitehammer, how are you? You had chili. Nice. That's not really soup. But I don't like chili, so. I don't remember what I was saying. I like chili when I'm sick. Then have it. Yeah. I got to see Jake this morning. I'm gonna go over there again later. I do have a little story though. I was on my way home from Jake's and I called my mom. I was talking to my mom and all of a sudden I felt a tickle on my leg. Speaking of which Brit's bot, I got off streaming hiatus. What? Oh, my bot. Shirk the third. But I was driving and I felt a tickle on my thigh and I looked down and there was a spider on my thigh and it was yucky. And he was so tiny. I mean, he was kind of big. I mean, he wasn't like huge, but he was, and I was driving, I was talking to my mom on the phone. And, okay, so here, I'm gonna, extra sounds you don't want. Here's my phone. This is how, when I drive, I will talk to somebody, normally my mom or Jake, and I have my phone on my thumb, and this is how I talk. Next to your head? Oh no, Micah, that sounds horribly miserable. But then I'm driving, and what do you do when there's a spider on your leg and you're driving? And I was talking to my mom, I said, I gotta call you back, and I just kind of threw my phone to the side. And I had an eyeglasses case, like one of those soft ones, and I took the spider and I had him crawl on it. And I like just had my window open and I just kind of held the thing and I was like, boop, boop, out the window. I'm sorry, little spider. You are allowed to live. Hopefully you did not have a traumatic landing. Hopefully you had a little web parachute. But yeah. Wolf spiders do bite. Yes. That is gross and scary. Gross. Blech. I don't like spiders. I do not like bugs because the thought of killing bugs makes me want to vomit. Yes. I don't even want spiders living. If it is inside my house, please do not live here. You live outside. You live there. Not here. There. Outside. You can live your best life out there. So I try to save as many spiders and things as I can. But I don't like having to smush things because it makes me nauseous. It literally makes me gag. So, oops. What else was I saying? Oh, I was trying to be, this is what I was going to say before. I was trying to edit my streams down on YouTube by using the YouTube editor because I didn't have a editing software. So I thought, I was like, you know what, I'll just use whatever YouTube does, and it was kind of a pain in the butt, and I had done like a lot, and it's really tedious trying to listen to yourself. It's not super fun because I was like, let me just be like, pretend to be a content creator for a second. So I was editing and then realized YouTube editor only lets you do so many cuts per video. So I downloaded an editor, the one that Jake uses, because of course then if I have problems I can ask him. And yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if I figure that out. I didn't have the time today to sit and try to figure that out, so I didn't do that. But yeah, today was full of just like adult things. I have a headache. I woke up with a headache and I still feel like I have a headache, so I seem a little off. I feel like I always seem a little off, so whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna play Animal Crossing. Ready? Let's go play some Animal Crossing. It's raining on my island. Turn up that. Oh, you know what? I just realized that probably sounded horrible. Was the music? Is the music sounding like it's like you can hear it twice? I am so sorry. I just realized that I didn't have my headphones on. And you were playing on my soundbar. Oh, that probably sounded miserable. Micah, you found an old video of mine the other day. And you scrolled to the bottom and found your favorite video. That video is your favorite video? Of me singing? Because that's what I was studying before I got pregnant with Oliver. Did you know that? Vocal performance. That is what I was studying. It's raining on my island pretty bad. So we're gonna go do the things. I do have to get... Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, like, you think it sounds fine now, but did it sound okay before? That's what I'm wondering. Laura, it is raining. For me? What could it be? No, I was recommended that video and then went to my channel and you found a video that you love. Which video? How old is the video? Let me... I don't know what's happening. I don't know what I'm doing. A tropical cut and sew tank. Okay. Oh boy, I have to clean all of this up. "11 years ago, it is a Pikachu toy to Lady Gaga's Just Dance." Oh my gosh. I did that one night when I was on the phone with my boyfriend of that time. I was on the phone with him and I was like, he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Making a stop motion video." I'm such a lame human and I don't hate myself for it. It was pretty good. Did I put the Ninja Turtle one up too? Because I have a Ninja Turtle one. That's so funny. You did not see it? I think it's on Facebook. I found a old YouTube channel of Jake's, the one where he sings. That one's good. I go and listen to that one sometimes. Oh, I have to make fencing. We got lots of things to do today. We gotta finish this. Not wearing my glasses was probably not a good idea because I can't really see my screen. I mean, I can, but it's a little far and I don't know. Okay, so I no longer can find it, but he would respond to comments on that one instead of his main YouTube. Oh, I have no idea. That's so funny though. That sounds like something he would do. Alright. Actually, really glad I do not have any problems with my eyes. Yeah, lucky. I can't see anything. It's just my right eye. My right eye is very nearsighted, and my right eye cannot see, only. My left eye is pretty much 20/20, which is why I can do anything without my glasses. Because it helps balance it out a little bit. But my right eye, it's like, it needs to be pretty close to my face to read anything. Oh boy. Okay, I do have room. No, I don't want to do that. My mom has glasses, my uncle has glasses, all of my grandparents have glasses, and my older brother needs glasses to drive at night. Fair. So what you're telling me is that you will probably need glasses in your lifetime, Micah. Excuse my belch. So I really want to get that new Ooblets game. I want to get that new Ooblets game. It looks so cute. Ooblets. Oob. OOBLOTS. Ooblets. It looks so cute. It's these little like mushroomy things and that you are friends with and you have dance battles or something. Looks cute to me. Okay, we're gonna sell all this stuff. Yeah, yesterday on Nintendo's YouTube. That's because it just launched yesterday. So, Minnie, you get a pet? Minnie, where are you? Minnie! Minnie, come here. She's coming. You get to see her haircut. Come here. Come up. It's Minnie. It's a puppy. Oh, she smells so good. You got a haircut and you smell so good, huh? You smell so good? Oh, hello. Hello, baby. Hi, Hannah Likes Frogs. How are you? 3,000 people lost power on Monday because of the bad storm, and 3 people died. Oh my gosh. Minnie, did you hear that? Did you hear that? You're okay? Tired, but it's okay? Me too. I'm very tired. I have not been sleeping well. The past couple nights, I've been going to bed way too late, and then Oliver has, woo, sorry, man, school. So, all right, back to Animal Crossing. Where'd my remote go? I can't even see. Been sleeping so bad. Yeah, I've been like, once I'm asleep, I've been sleeping okay, but not the best. I've had so much rain on my island. And my foot is falling asleep. Went to bed at 9 and woke up at 7, but you didn't feel good? I'm sorry, Micah. That does stink. Okay, let's open up. What I want to know is why my Mix It Up bot says I have so many, like, chatters. You went to bed at 1 and woke up at 9? Ugh. Going to bed at 1 is hard in general. I went to bed at, like, 11:30 or something, and I woke up at 6:30-ish. So, definitely not long enough. I'm tired. Oh, I just realized that, like, I have to get Oliver a shirt for school pictures because Child does not have a nice shirt. I don't use coffee to wake myself up, but I normally get like 7 hours of sleep. That's really good. I need like 8 to 9 hours to feel like a human, to say I feel good and that I've slept long enough. But I did not have that last night. I like had barely 6. You normally get like 12 hours? That's a long time. Yeah, so if that was not your norm, then that was exhausting for sure. All right, I need to get some fruit. Hi, you have 100K? What, how? I have 100K in my savings? Cool, good for you. All right, I need to get some fruit. I have like 4 million. Yeah, I mean, I have that much. And then like, oh, I have that, however much, that was like 10 million. But I give my bells away sometimes. What are you selling? You're new to the Switch life? What is happening? You have 100K. I'm very confused. CK Mikey, are you an Animal Crossing player? Oh good, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you, Hannah. Doing some Animal Crossings with me. You're just starting out? Well then, where did you get your 100K? I don't do treasure islands. Sometimes people have gifted me money, but I don't do treasure islands. They're too overwhelming for me. So, oh wait. I wanted to eat these, so I need to break all these rocks. Oops, wrong way. Meow. I don't know what to sell. I just been playing for a long time. Recommended to get each of every fruit and all of the vegetables. I gotta finish building this. Okay. What fruit did I start with? Orange. On this island, an orange. On my very first island, a pear. I think Jake's island is a cherry. And Oliver's current island is, what is his? Apples, maybe? You started with peaches? I like peaches and pears, aesthetically. For real, in real life person to eat, I like a pear and an apple. Not drop it, I wanted to eat it. Okay, eat this. You played it the first minute since it's been out? I got this game like 3 days in to when it first came out because I saw a bunch of my friends playing it and I was like, let me see what this game's about. And then I ended up becoming obsessed, and here I am 2 years later, 2.5 years later. Almost. Oh, pardon my yawn. Oh, I needed a shovel. That's why I came in here. Oh boy. It's gonna be a long day today. Quiet. It came out the same day Doom Eternal came out to Switch. Nice. I've never played that game. I have a little intention on playing it. A raincoat. That's appropriate. Okay, we have to find Fauna. That's Coco. Then I figured out that this game has nothing to do for the first day. Unless you time travel. I'm not a big one for time traveling. Doom is for sure not your type of game. Yeah, it's not. Oh, Fauna's sick! Cover your nose, ma'am. I can't shake these chills. Hi, Almighty Dad Bod. How are you? What's up? Doom is about murdering demons in very cruel ways. Yeah, not my cup of tea. That's not for me. It's going okay. Did a lot of adult things today. My dog also got a haircut today. What did I come in here for? Medicine. Because I don't feel like crafting it. I don't feel like crafting it. Adult things, paying taxes like Jake. Yeah, Jake and I went to the bank today. So, adult things. It was adult things. We did talk about paying taxes. I will tell you that. I'm scared of theirs. Theirs what? Taxes? Oh, the IRS. The IRS. Theirs. Yes. I just go every year to go. I pay somebody to go do my taxes because I think it's very strange that we even have to do the whole process of doing taxes is such a weird thing. fishing vest. I could pay someone to do my taxes. I do pay someone to do my taxes because the amount I get back in my refund, you know what? It's worth the like $100 that I pay to have somebody else do it, and then they do it right, and I can't get in trouble for not doing it right. Some people, they do their own taxes. My one brother does his own taxes. Pretty sure Jake did his own taxes. Taxes are kind of a scary thing. Yeah, see, I think Jake does his own. I'm calling it. Oh, I thought maybe you said something that I didn't remember. Pretty sure he did his own. Because Jake doesn't like to spend money where he doesn't have to. So if he can understand something like taxes, then he's gonna do it. But for me, I don't trust myself enough to do it. I'm afraid I'm gonna miss something, so I will pay someone else. Jake is for sure the type to not anyone mess with his taxes. You're correct. Alright, we gotta finish our community garden. Meaning I also have to build some fences. Okay, let's build some fences. Do not know. I smell like beef. I smell like beef! I have to update my sound alerts. I think like every couple months I'm gonna update my sound alerts. I'll recycle them. I always like save my favorite ones, but I think we're getting to the point where I need to change it up. But there is like a couple there's a couple like vines that I have in my head that I'm like, I would really want that as a sound alert. And it doesn't exist. Oh, my brain's moving super slow today. What are some of your favorite vines? To be honest, I did not really get into Vine. Cult of the Lamb is cute. Not my game, though. You know what? I think so. The same for me. It looks really cute. I probably will continue to watch other people play it. I have not gotten to watch a lot of people. Brittany Lane is in my ears and in my eyes.
I'm here.
I know what you're referring to. You're referring to Penny Lane. Brittany Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. I did go through a period of time where I had a little obsession with the Beatles. It was high school. It was high school, and Across the Universe had just come out as a movie, and of course I would be obsessed with such a thing. Oh, wait, here we go. Okay. What fencing did I have? Across the Universe takes me back, right? Takes me back to simpler times. Okay, oh no, what did I just click? I'm glad to know we had some similar high school obsessions. We did. What is this? Thumbprint jam cookies? Cute, but I need fences. Da, da, da. Oh, fences right here. Hardwood and iron nuggets. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, I just passed everything up. I never got into Vine either, knowing they had like 5 bad, not now knowing like 5 bad YouTubers that come from there. I know one. I wasn't, like I said, I don't know many Viners. I forgot who got their original starts from Vine versus someplace else. Whoops. Versus them being YouTubers all along. I'm pretty sure we would have ran in the same circles had we gone to high school together. Theaters, kids, singers, I'm assuming choir, love for music. Oh, I was a band nerd all 4 years. I didn't get into theater until late in the game, my junior year, and show choir was my senior year. So yes, we would have Tortuga Bean. We would have been like BFFs. I think you're younger than me though, so you would have been like, I would have been like, oh, cute little brother theater nerd with me. Also, just Jake and I are normally like the oldest in all of our Twitch circles, so I just assume I'm older than everybody. I'm gonna crack one more. Still, I was surprised by how old Jake was, but I'm up there with you guys. Yeah, Jake and I are the same age. Also, he like shaved his face this week, and I'm like, you look like a child. I can't get over it when he does that. You're just barely younger. Yeah, I thought like I remember you were like around one of my brother's ages. You also shaved this week, and you too look like a child. It's a thing. I think that I'm pretty convinced that beards are just men's makeup. Like the same way that men complain. I mean, you do what you want. You can wear makeup if you want to. I'm not here to tell you otherwise. But like a majority of men don't like to fuss with makeup. So, but my jawline. And when men have beards, it's like disguising for them, and like men think that women's makeup is like quite disguising of them. It's a whole thing. You are not, Micah, you are a stinker. Nope, I don't want that there. Is this a military island? No! I just like to do this alternating thing. Although, you do not like facial hair on yourself? Maybe one day you will. A military farm. No, it's just because I like this alternating of the country fence and the barbed wire fence. Hi Annie, how are you? Welcome on in. Welcome to today. It's just not good, but I want a neck beard just because I can. Micah, okay. Not here to tell you no. Whoops, that is not what I wanted to do, and now that is not. Okay. Great. Okay, I think that's it for the fencing. Cute! Neckbeard because it's funny. Okay. Now I have to do... Now I have to, whoops. Start construction. Now I have to do the, I have to get rid of all of the lines that I have everywhere. And I'm gonna collect all the things. We're gonna redo the entrance. We're just redoing this whole front. just gonna redo it because I'm sick of it all. I'm sick of not liking it. Going through a little bit of a depressed mood. I wish I could be like, yay, I'm good, but you know what? You are allowed to feel that way. You're allowed to have your days like that. You're allowed to have your weeks like that. What do I want to do? Okay. I feel so tired today. I think, like I said, it's just from 2 days in a row of not sleeping well. So my brain is kind of just like blanking out. What am I working on? Well, Annie, I was working on that farm and I think I just kind of finished it by adding in those things. Now I'm just trying to clean this up. Gabby Hanna has gone insane. Yes, I heard the latest Gabby Hanna news. And I hate that I wanted to know in the first place because she needs a lot of help and it makes me sad to see what's happening with her. And it's sad when you see people who desperately need help and they don't think they need it, so they can't get it. It's like different if you feel some sort of way and you're like, man, I need some help, and you go and get help. It is sad. And potentially scary. Like the fact that she was yelling at like neighbors, or not yelling at neighbors, but yelling in her backyard about like how she is a god and is going to save people. Like, what? What is happening? Okay. So this, I'm literally just trying to clear all this, make this a blank slate too. So then I can figure out where I want things without having the influence of this stuff. I mean, I don't like her or anything, but I do not want her to hurt herself or anything. Yes, I agree. She's not my favorite person because I've heard some... I used to like her. I used to follow her stuff. But I wish she would get the help that she needs. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I feel so tired. How am I going to stream later at Jake's? I'm seriously considering getting some caffeine, which I never drink anything caffeinated this late in the day. Oh man, but I might do it. Hi, Vero. Thank you for the host. Thank you for the lurk. Take a nap. I don't have time. The time I have to nap is the time right now where I am streaming. Because then Oliver will come home from school, and then you know what I find? I do find myself a lot of times falling asleep, like almost falling asleep. I do yawn, I feel like a lot of times on stream, and that's because I'm always tired. Like this is when I crash. Yes, I need to nap. That's the balloon. I need the balloon. Yeah. I'm tired. A cartoonist set. Okay. And my brain is just kind of overwhelmed. You woke up with a headache, so I tried to go back to sleep today, and it didn't take care of that. I hear ya. I also woke up with a headache. And my headaches, a lot of times, I feel like a lot has to do with kind of how I position my body. Like, I kind of hold my neck out a lot, and I'm always kind of like hunched over, so I don't have the best posture all the time. And, I had a neck, like a tension headache that like started in my neck. Yeah, and so I felt really nauseous for about an hour this morning. And like not wearing my glasses today also doesn't help very much because it makes me tired because I can't focus as well. I get neck pain, it moves into my head, but this time I think it's just stress. Thank you, that did wake me up a little bit. We need like 100 more of those. No, do not spam me with it. But it did wake up my eardrums. So last night was Oliver's open house at school. And I made sure to stop and talk to his language arts teacher because my brother and my sister-in-law and her sister all had her as a language arts teacher as well. I'm so fun. Thank you. I feel like I'm falling asleep. I do not feel fun. But when I hear that snippet of that song, I have to dance it. Pardon my yawn. I should have made coffee. I should have made some decaffeinated coffee. Because Sweetie said that decaf is actually just less caffeine. It's not no caffeine, it's just less. Which makes total sense. But my old job, my old chemistry teacher used to come in. Oh, that's weird. Sometimes it's weird to see teachers out of context. I made you yawn. Sorry. I did see your previous statement where you said that, and I was not ignoring you. I was trying to not read it out loud because I knew it would make me yawn again. I felt it, and I knew if I read it out loud, it would just make me yawn. And then once my old history teacher came in, though I didn't really care for him, I told him he looked like him. Looked like him, and he didn't admit it until he was leaving. That one's kind of weird, where he's just like, no, I'm not that person. I'm not that person. Just kidding, I am. See ya! That's weird. Well, you liked your chemistry teacher. Okay, so I have a story, and maybe I'm just a little slighted by it. Yawns work through the street. Yawns, stop talking about yawns, because just yawn and talking about yawning is contagious. And I won't be able to see anything because my eyes will be all watered, and I'm just going to be full of yawns. Ugh. You just stared back at me and made me feel stupid? Oh, so you know what happened with I had a history teacher that I really liked. I found his class to be entertaining, and I actually was engaged. This was my senior year of high school, and it was just, whatever, government class. Great, cool. And history was not a subject that I cared about, but I really enjoyed his class. I really enjoyed him. He made it fun. Blah, 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 right? So a few years ago, I saw him talking with somebody who I also knew, and I know that they're friends outside of school. So I went up to them and was like, "Oh, hey, so and so," the like one person that I knew, and I was like, "How are you? It's been so long." And then the teacher, my old history teacher or government teacher, I was like, "Hey, I don't know if you remember me. I'm Brittany," and he goes, "Oh, I know who you are." Okay. I'm sorry? Did I offend you? I was so confused. I didn't understand why he was being like that. And now he's no longer a favorite teacher of mine, and he kind of just slighted me. I was like, did I do something? Did he not like me? I'm kind of a teacher's pet, so I would have been, yeah, I just thought it was rude. Cause I didn't have to be his favorite student. He's just like, yeah, I know who you are. I thought it was rude. It was so rude. I was like, well, sorry, I liked your class. I'm for sure a teacher's pet as well. My mom and I were just actually talking about that recently, about how my 3rd grade teacher was so stressful. Like, she stressed me out in 3rd grade, and I was always so worried about her not liking me. People pleaser right here. And she loved me. She actually loved me, but I was always so worried about her not liking me. I was a teacher's pet always. Just always. Okay, so now how are we organizing this? This is another, like I said last stream, I wish I had like an overview so I could see exactly what I'm doing. I just like being nice. You know what? I just don't like when people are mad at me. I don't know where to stick this. These houses. Same. How do I want to do this? I'm just trying to like clear a bunch of trees that I don't really know where I want them to be. I really don't know what I'm doing over here, guys. I feel like I actually need to build up behind resident services here with just trees. Just gonna tear down all the trees. All the trees are going. Animal Crossing Train Town 2029. Micah, if you had some secret information like that and you hadn't told me until my stream just now, I'd be like, excuse me? I feel like the trains will be in the next one. That's an interesting thought. Okay. think I want to stick another tree here. I'll just stick the other money tree that I had. What if I just stick a path? Now, I do not hope a new Animal Crossing called Animal Crossing Train Town comes out in 2029. I really don't think that Animal Crossing Train Town will be a thing. Don't worry, Micah. One of my other AC streaming friends wanted to do a train track around her island like a custom design. It was so cute, but it didn't work out because she didn't do it first. Oh yeah, that would be really hard if you didn't like go into doing that with that intention. That'd be so difficult. Do I look like I'm falling asleep? I feel like I look like I'm falling asleep. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, she tried, but she really loved it. She did so far. What she did so far, she just took out. Oh. It makes me so sad for her. Sometimes Animal Crossing puts me to sleep. Hi, McBeezy. Thank you for the host.
Your ghost.
Honestly, Jake plays Animal Crossing to fall asleep. He's like conditioned himself to like have it help him fall asleep. Oh. I love this music too. And maybe that's part of why I'm falling asleep, because I'm like relaxed. Sometimes I play Animal Crossing and I'm just tired. It just makes me tired. And what doesn't help is that putting down flooring, yes. Oh my gosh. Oh. Or planting, yes. I'm trying to figure out, how did I do this? How did I do faunas? Okay, hold on. Well, you're in my way. Thank you for utilizing the path, but you are in my very, very merry way. Okay. How did I do this up here? Oh, I did it just in the corner. Okay. Did I tell you I finally did another area to my island? 2 more areas left and then the beach. That's so cool. I'm so excited for you. Animal Crossing New Land. Like 3D, Mario 3D. That would be something. Ooh, pardon my yawn. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna finish an island. One day, I mean, like, I would like to finish this and, like, have some sort of finished product and, like, have a dream address. And I would not mind starting over. But I would have to make sure that I save all of my stuff. You don't all start with noob. Micah. Hi, Moch Graylin. I'm sorry when I stutter over names. Welcome on in, Brittany. Happy to have you here. Same, because when I was on vacation, I did my boyfriend's Animal Crossing Island. Yeah, I would love to start over. But there's things that I'd want to save from this. Like, there's like, I don't know. I would want to save stuff from this. I don't want to just get rid of it all. I worked hard to get it all. The hardest thing is the DIYs. Like, before I started this island, I decided I was going to be restarting. So I started collecting DIYs on my old island. 2 out of 3 do not start with new. What are you saying, Micah? There is, oh my goodness, you are making so many errors and you're confusing me. There's the original GameCube one, which I would love to play on stream. If Jake can find me an emulator with that, that'd be great. Would love that. 2, there is there's the OG Animal Crossing, which is the port from the N64, Animal Forest. And then there's the GameCube one. Then there's the Wild World. Then there's New Leaf, or not New Leaf. Then there's City Folk. And then there's Amiibo Festival. And then there's New Leaf. And then there's New Horizons, right? I think that's it. I think that's all of the things. I think I said them all. New World? No. But for me, I've decided to get a new Switch when I get a new job so I can use my original Switch to bring me stuff. Yes, I do have the luxury of having my son have Animal Crossing on his Switch. So I am able to do that. Right now, he still has all of his from when he restarted. But yeah, that's the only thing. And then I feel like it would make me not want to upgrade as fast, and like it would make me want to get through. I don't know. This is my stream island, though. Thank you for the host, Adriel.
Ghost host.
You're working on your spicy switch? Ah! Adriel's working on a spicy switch, and I'm so excited for her. I'm too nervous to do a spicy switch. It's so hard. I feel like I would need to have like a completely separate switch. Like, how do you host? Depends on how you are watching, Micah. This was your first real Animal Crossing game? Oh, there's also Pocket Camp. Micah, are you watching on your desktop or are you watching on mobile? That's first question. Spent 6 hours on it and just barely trying out a modded item. That sounds like so much work. I don't know how you're doing it. Micah, at the bottom of my browser page, there should be a button that says host. Or you are determined! Good for you. So I knew a lot of the villagers because your first was Pocket Camp. Yeah, I've told this story before. My first experience with Animal Crossing was actually the original Animal Crossing. My cousins had it, and I would just run around other town. Didn't understand what I was doing because it wasn't mine. Like, I don't know, it wasn't mine. So I didn't do anything on their stuff. I just ran around and talked to villagers, I guess. And then, because I remember them being like, this is cool because it works in real time. Neat. Cool. Love that. Seems neat. Then, my brother had Wild World. You did something wrong? Oh no. And then you didn't save properly? Oh no. This sounds so stressful. It really does. And then my brother had Wild World, and he's like, look at this cool game I got. It's your little guy, your little character, and you get to run around in this in real time once again. And I was like, oh, cool. So then I don't know. I tried playing that. I had a little character on his Switch, and then I was like, so what do I do? I just have to sell stuff to this raccoon? Boring. So I never played it. And plus it was his DS. Like, I wasn't playing on it. And then I got Pocket Camp when it like first came out. I was like, oh, this seems really cute. I'm gonna get this. So I got it, and I played it for a while, like about a month, and then I must have been in such a crabby mood because I was like, ugh, these campers don't get anything for themselves. They don't do anything. They just mooch off of me. I'm sick of doing stuff for them. And I deleted it. I must have been in some mood. I must have been at a point in my life where I was overextending myself for other people. Because I was like, I don't want to give to anybody. When is somebody going to give to me? That was kind of how I felt. And it's because I was in really crummy relationships. That's what it boils down to. And then Oliver got Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival for Christmas one year. And we thought it was boring. Which, out of all the Animal Crossing games, is the most boring. And then... Hi, Malevolent. How are you? Oh, why did I do that? And then I got New Horizons because I felt some FOMO when my friends were all playing it. I feel like I'm being read because that's how I still feel about Pocket Camp. Listen, it's true. I actually still sometimes am like, why don't these villagers get anything for themselves? Darn it, why I didn't mean to do that. I don't mind if you vent for a bit. Lemons, you're pretty good about like knowing what is allowed in spaces and what's not. So I don't mind. You're a great part of this community and want to be able to support you however we can. I didn't mean to do that. Put the roses here instead. Okay. This little purple area is almost all filled up. Look at that. I do want to get some green mums though. A good friend of mine said she's filing for divorce, and I'm kind of beside myself. I know she wouldn't want me to say pity her. I do feel bad because I'm also friends with the husband. That is hard, but you do have to remember that if she is unhappy, and I'm trying to think of what I would want somebody, if I were her and also if I were him. You have to remember that they're filing a divorce for a reason. I cannot imagine that anybody would want to spend ample amounts of finances just because they didn't try. I don't feel like, I don't know. I mean, maybe nowadays, I have no idea, but there must be something bigger or deeper rooted, because I also know my best friend's situation, and there was a lot of stuff happening that his family still does not know about, and it's pretty bad. And they continue to defend him because she's like, it's not my place to say anything. And like, how big of her, my opinion, because I'd be like I do tell like the world because I could not have any less feelings towards him. But I guess I would just say, like, I would hope that they wouldn't just be doing this willy-nilly. Marriages and divorces cost about the same. So, I don't know. I'm sure I don't know the full story, but I don't want to pick sides and be friends with both of them. I say that unless there was, like, some huge underlying, unless you got, like, both sides of the story, I don't say you have to pick sides. I don't know. Like, also trying to put myself in literally your shoes, her shoes, and his shoes. I don't know what I would say either. You just follow your gut. Do what you feel is best for yourself. And if that means to be friends with both of them, then be friends with both of them. Unless you just found out, like, that, you know, the reason she's filing is because he's a POS. Like my best friend's ex-husband. I feel like so many people would not be friends with him if they knew what he did to her. So, yeah. Like, I guess, like, if you found out that he was abusing and that's why she left him, that's no good. It's because he doesn't listen to her or fill her needs. Well, then that's on him. Shame on him. You know, in that aspect. And that makes me sad. And she deserves happiness too. She deserves someone who listens to her. That doesn't make him a bad person. It means that he needs to work on his awareness of other people outside of himself. But that doesn't make him a bad person, you know? Does that make sense? So, I don't know. Just follow your gut. Do what you need to do. You're allowed to be friends with both of them. It's hard when you feel like you have to pick sides, though. For sure. I didn't want to do that. How do I host again? Micah, when you're on your desktop, there is an option to host from in my browser, like on my page, twitch.tv/Brittany Lane _ like, and you scroll down and underneath my thing, there should be a thing that says host. Or you can go in your, on your creator dashboard and do, you know how like when you raid, you do /raid, you do / host. Hi, Nikki Trees, thank you for the host. So you do / host and you type in my username. I can't really see either of them together. He's in England and she's in Florida. They were in the process of him coming home to Florida right before COVID. Oh. He's in England and she's in Florida. Oh, so they've been doing a long distance marriage? That's rough too. Also, hi Jake. I love you. Micah, Jake. Hello, I'm sick. Why are all my pink flowers not replicating? I got a lot of purple ones. Actually, I have too many purple ones. You got a $700 trade-in for your phone, so you spent $300. Nice. That's not bad.
I
Look at
am
you,
your
Micah. Thanks for the host.
Host.
They started dating online after they met in some game, and they got married. But they lived together, and then he moved. Is that what was happening, or he was planning on moving? I'm trying to like see if I have this outlined. I really want to use this. Okay, I'm gonna use this. Thank you for the sub, my dear. They never lived together. They've known each other for several years and would visit each other. You said they're married? Interesting. That's even like a whole bigger thing. You're trying to make it work. What? I'm almost not shocked then. They never lived together. I know that you said that he was just about to be trying to live like together with her, but I don't know. Not saying that it couldn't have ever worked or something, but interesting. The whole situation is very interesting. That's a very interesting dynamic that I myself could personally never do or be in. Long distance is tough, let alone being married in long distance and having never been living in the same vicinity to each other. Oh, I also wanted to get rid of this rock. I'm feeling super dumb, but why do you place transparent path designs on the path? That's so I do not have to worry about weeds or flowers replicating, and I don't have to clean them up. It's tough sometimes, yeah. It's never that it's like not possible, but it's really hard. I've been in one as well. Thank you. I don't remember who I originally saw that from, but I thought it was very smart. They dated for quite a while, 4 to 6 years. Oh my goodness. No! How dare you ask me to move out, Flora? Don't go. I do not have your photo yet. No, I don't want you to leave. I'm offended. Yeah, you're living here, you butthead. Now stay over there. I'm glad you can learn something new. The only hard part is when you're going to clean it up. If you're rearranging, which is what I was doing over here. I was cleaning up, I was rearranging this whole area. All right, I need... Oh boy, oh. I don't like, oh gosh. Why are all these things spawning in these weird spots? Excuse my belch. Oh, why do I keep picking up the flowers? I don't want to do that. You butthead. Thank you, Micah. His phone is so gigantic. I have the one with the super big memory and the extra long battery life. Oh, good luck with having a big phone. It hurt my hand. Oh, I didn't want to put that there. All right. Oh, there's my message in a bottle. Okay, what am I doing? I feel like I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm like cleaning up. I'm making a path. We'll see. No idea what I'm doing. I have a family event? Advent. You said Advent. I think you meant event on Monday, and I'm stuck down here in my room. You know what? That sounds pretty good. If I had to stay home from a family event, I don't think I would mind too much. Alright, we're gonna sell some of these things. Also, like the little pumpkins! It's September! In Animal Crossing, now there's pumpkins! It's so cute. What did I come here for? I'm selling stuff. That's what I'm doing. All right, I think that's pretty good. Woo. Yes, thank you. Advent is just more of a ballsy word. I'm pretty stocked up with purple flowers. I guess I'll stick it here. Hello, Coco. I do not wear pajamas. Interesting, Micah. I don't really have set pajamas either. It's normally just, I don't know, shirts or stuff. All right. Well, now what? What did I want to do? What do I put that? You wear shorts and a t-shirt? Nice. Nice. I need more stuff. I need like a, do I have like a windmill? Well, now what? Is that my favorite makeup bag? I found it already. I already found it, Azalea. Yeah, guess what? Already found it. I found it. I found it. I didn't know it was yours. It's right here. What kind of shirt you giving me? A diner uniform? I did not. Azalea is my favorite villager. She's one of them. I don't really have like a favorite. Like a number one. I have like 7 favorites. And they're all rhinos. Where's... I hear the balloon. Where is it? You have a bunch. How do you... I mean, out of 400, how do you pick one? I think Hornsby was the first one that first rhino that I saw. And I was like, oh my gosh. You were just going to ask who my favorite was? I like to ask who your favorites are. But I love the rhinos. The rhinos are my favorite because they're my favorite animal. Yes, Micah, you're correct. Rhinos are my favorite animal. I went to the zoo. Is there someone that you'd like to have? I mean, there's a lot that I like to have. And when I go villager hunting, I don't have like set dreamies or anything. Warrior, what's up? So my villager hunts tend to be kind of short. Foxes and red pandas? cool. They almost have, well, they have the same color scheme. Look at that, it's been 7 months, no way! Oh, what happened to my, that was weird. Anyways, my first favorite Pocket Camp was Chrissy, but my first one was a New Horizon with Bob and Anka. I feel like the first, I saw Hornsby and he was the first like dreamy I had, like, oh my gosh, I want that rhino. And Meringue too, but I also felt like compared to Meringue, Hornsby was like not as expensive on like different, I think I bumped, I mean, maybe. I don't know. But it popped back on. Either that or I don't know. I don't know what I did. You're probably correct. Did you guys see the new Pokemon? I saw it. It looks like a weird monkey. Jake, how did we not talk about this today? He reminds me of a gremlin. That's what it reminds me of. I do not like the bug eyes. Yeah, I didn't. H for H. You didn't have Dreamies at first, and I didn't end up making a list when I went hunting for the first 3 homes, and I got Bob, Fauna back to back. That is super lucky. That is extremely lucky. Okay, how am I connecting all of these? Hi, Turtley Nikki. Thank you for the follow. Okay, I really need to decide. Axel. He's cute. All right, Warrior redeemed a treat for the Mini girl. Mini. Because I only have him and Sammy? Sammy? Tammy? Oh, okay. Minnie, where are you? Minnie, I got treats for you. Where are you? Minnie, want this? Do you want a treat? She's coming. Always have to treat for Minnie. Come here, Min. Come on up. Ready? Come on up. Yep. Come here. Turn. Up. Hello. Minnie! There you go. You're so good. You see your crate? Yes. It used to be right where I'm sitting. And now it's underneath my table because I only use half of my table. Minnie's so big? She's actually very small for me. I grew up with labs and they were a lot bigger. So the fact that she could sit on my lap means she's small enough. And she's small enough I could pick her up. She's about 35 pounds. I feel like she looks bigger than she is. I saw this one TikTok this morning saying that people's dogs look like them or their energy matches theirs, and Minnie, she is my child. I birthed her. Okay, goodbye. Woo! Goodbye. Your cousin has a pug? That's cute. Whoa. Australian cattle dogs? Cool. I like that Minnie doesn't shed. I have an issue with hair and fur being on me, so I become very crabby. So you don't want me to have that. You have Sheba mixed and she's medium size. Yeah, Shebas are small. Like they're like a small medium. Like my friend has a Sheba and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so tiny in comparison to my Minnie. Like blue. You like healers? Different healers? Cool. What was I doing before this? I was getting to see if I had trees. That's what it is. She's bigger than a real Shiba, and you think she's mixed with a husky. You like a blue healer mix. I love dogs. They're pretty great. My island is cute. You need bridges though. You'll get bridges. It sounds like you said you have Axel and Tammy, and you'll get there. Sounds like you are very new to the game. So I don't know if this is your first time ever playing an Animal Crossing game, but welcome to the New Horizons fam. He is mixed. He is blue, red, and brown mix. Interesting. Like I said, I get stressed about fur and hair being on me. I do not like. You play for a while, then quit, and then found out all my money trees grow, so now I'm rich. That's funny. He has brown spots on his face, and he's mainly blue, and his arms are red spots. Cool. Hairs is bad. It stresses me out. It literally makes me feel stressed. And Chipotle is on the way. Oh, it's because I stressed you out. I'm trying to take that path that I just made, and I'm trying to like, how am I going to spruce up this path? Chipotle. Jake! You have Mabel right now too? You should definitely buy something from her. Oh, I'm definitely stressed out today. You're welcome. That makes me feel bad. There's a lot of things. It's just a lot of things to consider. Also, your toilet's broken. Is that what you're stressed about? Paper bag hood, I need it. I have one. We were being grown-ups today. I said yes. I said we were doing adult things today. I did say that. I think that's good. I think... What fencing do I want to use? I don't know. Oh, I wanted to craft. I'm a dummy dumbhead. I just found an ABD on the floor. I think my friend dropped it. Well, it's mine now. An ABD is kind of helpful because then you can keep it by your house, and you can then access your monies in your house or by your house or in some other spot. I have my ABD outside my nook's cranny. I like this. I haven't crafted a big old vine in a while. I'm gonna make one more of those. I have an idea. I don't know if I have a Discord command. I don't have my own Discord, Turtley Nikki, but I'm most active on my boyfriend's Discord, and you are more than welcome to join there. If it doesn't pop up, I will make an invite for it. I am not good at keeping up with it. So, but here's where I'm most active. Let me send an invite right now. I removed mine when I remodeled, and I love the look of it. It's because I don't have one. I don't have a command for it, I don't think. There you go. Let me do that. Never, no limit, generate a new link. Copy. We'll make a command for right now. That way no one else ever has to have that question. Discord. That's not how you spell Discord. Oh my goodness. Because you know why I'm doing this now? It is not the most professional to be doing it now, but I do it now because otherwise I'll never remember to do it. So there you go. Joe Biden came to my area of the state not too long ago and we had a crap ton of people with Trump signs. Ugh, that's annoying. Just like anything, even if it was reversed, it's annoying. It's annoying. I hate it. I hate that for you. I hate that for everybody. Okay, I think I need to pick up some more vines. I think we need to go see if we can get a vine island today. I live in a conservative area and it's very annoying. On election day, there were people standing at the corner by my work and they had big signs promoting one of the candidates and they just kept people were honking their horns as they were passing, and it was so much. I kid you not that on election day I could not even talk to my clients. They were that loud, and I thought that was rude. Very inconsiderate. Trumpers obsess over Dark Brandon man. Ugh. Don't get me started. Okay, I think these are some good things to start with. Laura, I'm gonna run into you because you were trying to leave me. I didn't even go grab a windmill. I didn't have a windmill, right? Oh, what am I doing? Okay, windmill, windmill. I need a windmill. Streaming without my glasses is probably not my best bet. At least we do not have like beer trucking dirt road drivers with their cousins. Oh goodness, Micah. Oh, do I not have a windmill? I guess I don't have a windmill. Either that or am I missing it? No, I must have used it somewhere else. Oh, I have it with Fauna. I guess I gotta order one. I have almost max money. Nice! I don't even know what max money is because I've never gotten it. I'm not a fan. Oh, I did not want to go upstairs. You're not a fan of the redneck. 999 million is max. Cool. I assumed that. I like poorly assumed that. All right. I should probably order a windmill though. No! What's in my special goods? Rockets, rain hat. Nothing I want. A moon rug? Ooh, we're ordering this. We've got, oh goodness. Okay, these are new. Are these new? I don't remember these items. I don't have them if we don't. And now I can only order one more thing. So I'm going to order a windmill. W. Like super country person in the area that is not country. Yeah, like I live in suburbia. And when people are really yee, I'm like, no? Windmill? Oh, it's right here. Why is it not for sale? Do you have to make it? Why is it not for sale? Windmill. It's a DIY? I guess let me look at my DIYs. Not there. Am I missing something? Are we not? Thank you. That's so then anybody who's watching can tell me if I'm buffering. A lovely, lovely friend of mine made it for me. Well, if it isn't a thing, I don't have it. Well, I guess I can't. I guess I can't use a windmill. Oh, I was like, what is happening up there? And then I realized that Weird says it's only viable at the shop? Yeah. I just want a windmill. I have one. I had an argument with a friend about the lottery. What about the lottery? Whoops, I did not want that. That is very weird. How do you get builder mode? You have to get to 3 stars and then you can... Do I want a Treasure Island code? That sounds stressful. What is happening on my phone? No, I didn't want to... I'm not trying to do any of this. I'm just trying to open my... Check the miles. Maybe it's Nook Miles. I didn't see it in my Nook Miles today. Oh, no. In Nook Miles. Like you Nook Miles tickets. Excuse me. Maybe it is Nook Miles. Maybe you're right. I didn't check that. Smart. Look at them stretching. We'll check. Nook Miles. He does not understand that you will never win the lottery, and that's the start of gambling. The likelihood is very small. Yay! That makes sense. Why can't you buy... Happened to me, wish the bushes. With the bushes. They talk so fast, but somehow I understand them. We found a windmill. I might get 2, to be honest. Scandal. I know. My eyeballs hurt, everybody. Oh. Okay. Now that we solved that problem, my Mexican mom would say that's because of that damn phone. Why Why is Coco and Walt being so cute? I'm gonna move these. I'm gonna just flip them. Okay. Now we're gonna put... Where'd the vines go? Oh, please fit here. It's gonna be it's a 3 square, isn't it? Hello? Why are we sending me 1,000 texts, everybody? Aw. Okay. No, come on. How big is this thing? There we go. That is better. I want the hedges. This is how we're going to build this up. You bought a bulldozer? Nice. I figured you meant on Animal Crossing. I don't know too many people who are going out there just buying real bulldozers in like real life. Brittany, how common is it to be born with bangs? What do you mean? Like, you're just born with hair when you're a baby. If you are born with hair. Is that what you're asking me? Just being born with hair? Bought a life too. Oh wait, I lost that one. I feel that in my heart. Oh. Great. These have to fit. Not like natural bangs, like not cutting your hair in the way you were just born with that. Spicy switch things are exhausting, but they'll be so worth it. I'm so excited to see. This has to fit up here. Okay. We'll just push it. I mean, natural bangs, like not cutting your hair in a way, just born with them. Yeah, born with hair on your head and they happen to be bangs? I don't know. I don't think that's the statistic ever been done. Like, my hair does grow backwards. My bangs just keep growing. It's weird. I'm not really sure. I don't... It, like, it never gets longer? What part? My hair does not grow backwards? You bought the moon rug too? It's so cute, isn't it? I'm very confused by what you're telling me, Micah. about the way your hair grows. Your hair literally grows out of your head. I'm also confused. You're broke? Didn't you just say you had infinite money almost? Maybe not infinite, I mean like max money. I hear a balloon and I want to get it. Micah, you have broke me. Where is it? Hi, King of Demons, how are you? What's up? I have negative 100 brain cells. Me too. I might have negative like 101 brain cells, but I also probably have negative brain cells. That's very likely. You have gold weapons? Weapons? Oh no. Okay, we need to go collect some more vines. So let's go. I knew you meant tools. We're gonna go to Captain's Island. Not weapons. Yeah, because we want to go on a Captain Island. You've worked 24 hours in the last 3 days. That is 3 8-hour days. Like my bangs grow longer, but like the back part where my neck is does not grow much longer than the front part of my hair. That's honestly really not possible. Your hair grows out of your head about a half an inch every month. So maybe it doesn't bother you as much as the half an inch that grows per month on the bangs. Does that make sense? I'm still minus 100 brain cells. I don't know what's happening. Go to sleep. I want to go to sleep. Let's take a nap. Nap stream. Can't, there's still too much to do. Ready to sing? Ready. Once had me a shipple cucumber, but alas me crew number could only be one. 'Cause when you chew on your ship, swabbies say you're kinda strange. They think you'll all sink when your hunger makes your ship come undone. I love when you all play Animal Crossing with me. Oh, don't mind me if I tend to sing off key. These motor fumes make me a bit dizzy. There we go. Captain song number 1. It's a sunny island. Well, I'm trying to go to islands. Well, I'm trying to go to islands that aren't mine. Oh, let's harvest these. Let's harvest these bad boys. This is not a vine island. I love when I see you guys pop on and playing Animal Crossing. It makes my heart happy. I'm gonna fish for this fish though. Whatever it is, I'm gonna get it. Ah! If I get vibes, I will give you them personal vines. Oh, vines. If I get vines, I'll give them to me. Redeeming that. So you know your hair grows and gets longer. Mine does not grow where I get like a mullet. The front part just gets longer. Micah, I truly, truly doubt that. I also can't dance, so don't make fun of me. Yeah, I feel like I need pictures too, Micah. I need like photographic proof that it doesn't grow in the back because that's literally physically not possible. It doesn't happen unless it's breaking off in the spot where you say it's not growing. Unless it is breaking, it is growing. So I really doubt that your hair is breaking off there, Micah, because most of the times it's like my hair breaks sometimes because I'm blonde and my hair is, it's not fried, but it's more susceptible to breakage because it is more fragile. Like the hairs get longer, like higher up, my front parts like fall down and feel longer. That's because it's in your face. And so that 1/2 inch that grows every month is in your face instead of growing off the back of your head. You could always have an experiment on your own head where you shave it all to the same guard length. And then you watch it grow and you will see how your hair grows. I will tell you, it all grows at the same, not all of it grows. Your hair grows in cycles, but the hair that is in active growth mode is growing at the same length. Hi, Tended Threats. I felt like that when I had bangs. Yes, because when you have hair that is only 3 inches long, if you add another inch, that's 4 inches. That's too long for your bangs. But if your hair is ratio-wise, you're adding a whole extra percentage on there, a whole more, okay? If you have hair that is 14 inches long and you add 1 more inch, the ratio of how much you have grown is not much, but your hair is growing. And the best way to tell if your hair is actually growing is if you have color, and then you need to get done. Don't do that. I don't suggest that as the way. But I didn't think my hair wasn't growing. Yes. That's why you hear so many men in particular say, yeah, my hair just grows really fast. Yeah, well, when you keep your hair only 1 inch on your head, Chad, if you add 1 more inch in 2 months, Chad, then it's going to be too long. You just double the amount of hair length on your head. You've dyed your hair before and that part sucks. Yes, it does. I will tell you, I don't like being a brunette anymore at this point. I don't want to go back to solid blonde, but the lack of time people have for me to do my hair. I'm really close to teaching Jake how to do my hair. Because I'm sick of the brunette. Ready? Let's sing. Let's sing some more. Let's sing some more. Every 2 months? Yeah, because that's an inch of growth. Makes sense. Sunlight and moonlight can be rough on the eyes, but I'll still take 'em o'er your cloudy skies. Cloudy skies mean storms, and storms can be canceled dinner. I guess he could say that storms make ye thinner. You just got a haircut? Nice. Sometimes men do blooper, take it from me, I know. How I cried just last night, sad TV show. Sad TV show. So your front is longer. Nice. There's so many different ways to get your hair cut. The haircut that I currently don't understand. I'll do your hair. Listen, no, I want you to help me make it blonde. I'm a brunette, but I liked to dye my hair red a few times, and it was a darker red, so it wasn't obvious. Yes, I've done that too. I've been a redhead before, like a red violet. I've also been a red copper. To explain very easily, my hair grows normally. I do not cut my bangs ever. I just let it grow with the rest of my hair. So like every 3 months, I get a haircut and it all grows at the same time. Yes, Micah. And then your barber or whoever cut your hair, your hairdresser or your barber, probably takes your hair and puts it up and then cuts the length off of the top and then it falls. And then they should clean up the length in the front. That's what happens. Yes. So you do get your bangs cut technically. Thank you. Thank you. Help! I lost a Pichu that was in my artwork. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I'm very sorry, Tiago. I got my bangs cut, but it's with the rest of my hair, so my bangs grow out longer than they should. It's just because they fall on your face, so you notice it more. It's typically what happens. I just realized that I might have to dye my hair again soon. What color are you thinking? Yeah, and I do not really put stuff in my hair or anything, so my hair is normally messy. Yeah, I'm trying to tell Oliver that, like, he's, like, tries to push his hair over. We were basically having this conversation last night. He was like... He's like, my hair won't stay over. And I was like, well, you need to put hair product in it for it to stay over. He goes, well, normally it just stays over. It means the Pichu escaped the painting is now wandering around my island? And Oliver's hair will go over, but it doesn't stay over because he doesn't put product in it. Can we get vines from the Happy Home Paradise? Maybe that's what we need to do. Oh, where am I going? I already know this way. It's in my pockets. Wrap that. Yeah, like Oliver can also push his hair over, but he wants it to stay there and then he expects it to stay and didn't put any product in it. What do you want it to do? You didn't tell your hair you wanted it to stay that way. Ready for tickle. Let's go. Chicka chow. Trying to see. I'm like really confused because I have a bunch of. Never mind. Whatever. Anyways. Not sure. I've already done shades of red, pink, multiple shades of purple, and a couple different shades of blue. Nice. Oh, let's see who's here. Oh, look, it's Pierce. We love Pierce in this house. It's Oliver's birthday buddy. Annabelle, Sparrow, nice. Nibbles, my meringue. I love her so much. Okay, let's collect all of these vines. Maybe I shouldn't collect them all. Maybe I should leave one so I can climb up here. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna collect all of these weeds. Maybe not all of them. That seems tedious, but I'll collect a couple rows. Right now, I have both pink and purple as your hair color. Nice! Yesterday, I did a client's hair where she, where we did like a block in the front, and it was teal. And then we did the rest of it a dark purpley brown. If that makes sense. How fast do these spawn back? You've done teal before? I think I remember your teal hair. I think I've seen a picture of it, maybe? All right, what we got? Oh, my tanky boy. Look at them. Oh, I love these villagers so much. Hi, Rhonda. How are things? She's gonna go shopping? You gonna come shop with me? I'll be back soon. If you're still alive, you're going to shower and get some food. Have a great shower and foods. What I want to know, because I don't feel like we ever figured it out. How do I get the KK Slider merch? It wasn't here last time I checked. I just want the KK Slider merch. This is giving me a headache. Yikes. Aurora. Willow, I need to talk to you. I need to collect stuff. Apparently I already have this. Would I like 60 gold? I don't know. I don't really need it. I don't really need it or not need it. I am probably gonna wrap up my stream kind of soon because the bus is coming and I want to hang out with my kiddo because I missed him. You're gonna take a nap? I feel like I want to take a nap. I feel very tired. All right, well, let's head on back because I came for stuff for my pockets and here we go. Oh, let me check this first. I did not have any caffeine today. I just realized that. But it's too late for me to have caffeine right now. So I should take a nap is what I should do. But Oliver's coming home and I miss him. Let's go to Harb's Island. Let's see what we're doing there. Okay? We're just trying to collect a bunch of stuff, okay? Time for takeoff. Look at me, finish this whole thing. Great. Cornimer! The Acorn legend is back. It is I, Cornimer, and the season of me has come again. You, with the space in your pockets, what makes sense you think you could walk right around like that all willy-nilly? Acorns are wonderful, aren't they? Here, don't say old Cornimer never gave you nothing. Thank you. We're gonna put some items in storage. It's gonna be this and this and this and this and this. I think I want to keep that out. I'm gonna put that away. And that and that. We'll keep that out. Okay, cool. Just a little bit of things. No, no, I do not want. I do not want that. I think I have both of those statues. We love a bread bag. Okay. We're out of here. Trainwreck Creme Brulee is reporting Tango Wrestling is a go. I can't even talk. Yikes. I think I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. I think I am. I just want to take a nap. I'm not gonna nap. You should make a first-person version of Animal Crossing, or at least it's an option. The closest we can get to first-person Animal Crossing is the first-person camera. Can't do anything, but you can do that. Like, let's look at my new garden. Look how cute. We love that. Ta-dum! Great. What else was I doing? I had jail bars. Okay. Let's see if that can fit here. No room. I don't know how close is too close to the... Okay, I don't mind that. Maybe I will. But there's always going to be a tree there, so maybe I won't mind it. I need to get more trees back there. We'll get it. We'll get there. We'll get it. We'll do it all. Great. Okay. I'm about to fall asleep. Not really, but I'm gonna just do this. Where I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna go do this. Great. Well, thank you guys. I mean, it's been a fun 2 hours. But I'm tired and I'm trying to not fall asleep pretty hard. I would like to go right over to somebody. I would love if you join me over there. I think the vibes today are continue Animal Crossing. I think that's what everyone's vibing with, correct? Let's see who's streaming. Let's see who else we can give some love to. okay. I just have... I think I have somebody we can go do that. Here are 2 raid messages. Please grab one. Whether you are subscribed or whether you are not subscribed, there is an option for you. I would love if you join me in our raid. And I will see you, I'm sure, on Monday, but maybe we'll do something on Sunday. I don't know. I never plan. What is life? I have no idea. But Monday's also Labor Day, so if you guys all might be busy. But please join me in raiding over to a friend. It was great getting to meet some of you. It was great getting to hang out with some of my friends who I love dearly. And we'll do this again soon. Maybe when I have more sleep. But tonight I will be over at my boyfriend's and we will be playing Jackbox games. So go ahead, and you are also feel free to follow Jake over here at Good Game Gaming, and we will be playing Jackbox games tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's our normal, and that's the plan for tonight still. So yeah, but until then, I'm gonna go hang out with my kiddo, my kid, because I love him. But yes, please, once again, like I said, grab a raid message. Me. Thank you. That is also Jake. So, but yeah, I'm gonna head on off here. We're gonna go raid a friend because that sounds fun. We're gonna do more Animal Crossing because we have some new Animal Crossing players in the house, and we gotta go give them some more Animal Crossing to follow and do and enjoy. So I am gonna make sure that this switches over to the right song music. Oh, okay, cool. We're gonna go do that. Thank you. Thank you for the lurk, Malemons. Well, hopefully see you later on Jake's stream. And we're gonna head out. Okay, bye!